When building out your forms, sometimes you have to collect small snippets of information, or as what we say, short text. And that's going to be text that's going to limit between 1 to 255 characters. If you need to capture more than 255 characters, you're going to want to use a long text control. That's going to be almost like a multi-line text box for you to grab information. But right now we're going to focus on the short text control. So I've got two already on my form, first name and last name, and so that collects two text variables, well, first name and last name. But what I want to do is I want to collect a phone number in this form as well. So I'll go over to the designer canvas controls and I'll choose short text, and I'll just bring that over to the far right of the other two short text controls. Right now it says short text 1, but I want to change this to say phone number. So I'll click on the title and I'll type in phone number. From here I want to add a description. And you'll see as I'm typing this in, it will actually add the values or the design considerations to the control that I'm adding on to the form. And I can make this required, I can make it read only, I can make it visible. I can add a tooltip here too. And then as you click on the form and you highlight over something, once in preview, you'll see that that message will appear under phone number. Now, I can add a placeholder too, and so that's going to be a value that's entered into the field, but it's not going to be a value that's actually written back and used as a valid entry type. It's basically just a placeholder to allow the end user to know kind of what we're expecting within this input field. And so from here, what I'll do is I'll just kind of mock up what a phone number would look like within the United States. And then I'll also add a text mask. And so what the text mask is going to do is it's going to give the formatting that I need for the phone number itself. And if you want to learn more about the text masks that are available, recommend that you go to help.nintex.com and take a look at some of the examples. For example, to format the phone number, what we'll do is we'll just put our parentheses and then we'll add the values 999 and then format the rest of the nines in here to have it look exactly like this placeholder. Now, if we want to store this phone number and use it for later on in the workflow, once again, we have our variable at the bottom that can be auto-generated, and we can change the naming convention of that too, simply by unchecking auto-generate or check it to use the name here. So what we've done is we've added a short text, or if you were thinking about other ways to name this, it would be a single line text control to our form, given it a description, as you can see here, your phone number, that's where it's written, and then we've made it required, we've made it visible, we've added a tooltip, we've added a placeholder to it. You can see that right now, this 555 value placed within, and then we've applied a text mask too. So let's actually take a look at how this form renders when an end user uses it. To do that, we'll click on the preview tab up top, and you'll see first name, last name are blank. Here's our phone number title, here's the placeholder of the 555 value, and then here's our description. If we want to take a look at the tooltip, just hover over that I or the information field on there. And then if I start typing into this phone number box, what I'll do is I'll start typing some nines, and as I do that, you'll see that we're using the text mask that we've entered into that control. So it auto formats this control for us to show a phone number value as we expect a phone number value to be. And it's very powerful when you're using Nintex Forms Designer and Nintex Workflow Cloud to make sure that those values are entered as expected. If they're required, if they're not required, it doesn't matter, but that you're getting the appropriate values, because making sure that you get the values correctly at the first time is going to build a much more efficient end user process and a more enjoyable end user process.